Hair Diary day 9. And today we're gonna do a hairstyle which is actually very suitable to today's weather, and it is called beach waves. So for that you basically need to have clean dry hair, because we will be curling it. So the tools for this hairstyle are clip, comb, curling iron, and flexible hold hairspray. So I'm gonna use a firm hold hairspray, and I will also be using one of the big hair grips like this. Okay, so with curling, at least for my hair, one thing to have, which is very important, is kind of like to have them without any knots, because if there are any knots whatsoever, like when you curl it, I think it kind of like destroys the hair, because imagine you have a knot, so you have a hair in kind of like a uncomfortable position, and then you apply heat to it. So I don't know, in my mind, curling, I don't usually do much curling with the heat, like with the hot things. Like I had hair straightener, but I actually gave it to my sister because I don't really use it that much. So like I use it, I don't know, once in 3 or 4 months. So and she got a fringe, so then I thought, okay, why should I, I have it, it's working well. Instead of her buying it, I'm just gonna give it to her. When she's gonna be bored, she can give it back to me. So okay, so the step number 1 is start with completely dry hair. Clip back your hair from ear to ear. Okay, so part where I clip my hair from ear to ear, that's the part where you know that you either got your hair without knots or you didn't get your hair completely without knots, because when I gathered my hair in my hand, it was kind of like I could feel, oh, there's some hair that are stuck together. That means I didn't completely brushed it through. Okay, so this looks almost like some kind of like hairstyle. Okay, so have those clipped on the top of my hair, and actually right now in my room it's very hot. It's so hot. Oh, and I switch off the air conditioner because the sound is very loud. So like if I speak and you have a air conditioner, it's gonna be like very loud interruption. Right, after that they say start from the back of the head and work your way up. Take a small 2.55 centimeter section depending on the density of your hair. Using curling iron, clamp down at the mid shaft of the hair. And okay, the next step is slowly ease the hair through the tongue of the curling iron, then release the hair. By doing this, you are only curling the middle section of the hair. By work this technique at the top of the head. Okay, so first kind of we're gonna, I don't know when it stopped recording, but basically we need to take sections 2 to 5 centimeters and work it all the way up. So it looks like this. From what I understand, we take this part like this. We take the curling tongue, we clamp it at the middle, and then we kind of like do it like this. And then we hold it for some time. I'm gonna gonna do like a time lapse, so you're gonna see me. I'm not gonna be filming all the time. Actually, I can't. No, actually, it's gonna take too long. But because it takes some time. Okay, so now I kept it for like a minute or so. Let's see, what do we have? So to release it, what I do, I just kind of like slowly move it. Okay, let's see. Does that look like a beach wave? Okay, okay, okay. Let's just go with it. So maybe the section of the hair that I took was too long. You can see some curliness at the end. Maybe actually it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so it's not supposed to be very fine. It's supposed to be kind of like a wavy and long. So I guess, okay, if I do it like this, if I do it like this, and then just hold it, I think it should do the trick. So while I'm holding it, I can actually also talk about my mood today. So yesterday, the whole plan that I had to go live, and then after that I was like, oh my god, why that internet was gone and so on. I actually kind of like pulled out few cards. I sometimes use oracle cards as my guidance, and it basically said that instead of working hard, work smarter. Don't kind of become overwhelmed by perfectionism. And you know, I kind of like realized that maybe because I was so stressing about, oh my god, you know, this is important Q&A, and this is for like course and everything has to go right. I woke up so early, and I did like, you know, I filmed this and I got ready, and I think before I have another, you know, before I had to start my corporate work, so I did everything in the morning. I probably kind of put too much pressure on myself. I probably put too much pressure for myself, and therefore you could see it in technology breaking down. It's kind of like a sign to say like you don't need to try so hard. In the evening, actually, I had such a good time. I went with my partner. Well, actually, we made this meal in Lithuanian. It's called kogelis. It's made from potatoes, and also my brother made awesome sauce, like a gravy type of thing with the mushroom on it. So we had a really nice dinner, and we went to play ping pong, and you know what, I'm actually pretty good at it. So and there was this Latin dance class or some kind of like a exercise class going on. So while I was playing ping pong, I could hear this class and, you know, the music they were playing, and I was like, yeah, oh yes, let's do this ping pong. So I felt like I had lots of fun. My partner was like, you know, we need to focus and concentrate. Like, if I just need to focus and concentrate, then, you know, like, I have to have fun. For sports, I have to have fun. And if I don't have fun, then I don't want to do it, basically. Which is why I'm doing this as well, right? And also, it helps me, like, to do something like that, like challenge, or, you know, just kind of like, I don't know, some kind of commitment. It helps me to keep my, not sanity, but, you know, like something going on, like some sort of commitment, something that I have to do no matter what, in a good way. And it actually forces me to spend that time on myself, and spend that time. And obviously, you know, I wouldn't decide to commit myself to something that I hate or I don't see value to. So now I'm kind of like spending my time committing myself to actually doing this every day, which is going to teach me new habit. It's teaching me new habit of like, you know, I have a long awesome hair. Why I don't experiment with it, and it will kind of gonna give me lots of ideas what to do with it after this is finished. So I don't know if I think, okay, so I have at least 2 more parts here, and probably I have like 6 parts in here. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stop the video as I wait, because I can see this might turn into 1 hour show. I mean, like, some people might like to see lifetime process, but it's just for the sake of actually footage space as well in my phone, which is why I'm filming it. This looks like a bow tie. So okay, so I'm just gonna stop it after this, actually, because I think this one should be done now. The end bit of this part of my hair didn't really got any curliness, so I think I can just do it quickly like this, just kind of like a light wave. Okay, yeah, actually that worked. And this part, I think it has to go in 2. And also the thing is, when you separate it in smaller parts, it gets the effect of curliness faster. It curls faster. Okay, so this is kind of like a weird way of curling, but never mind. Okay, this one turned out pretty well. Look at that. This is actually an interesting way of curling it, rather than starting from the end, starting from the middle. Never thought about it before. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. I think I have some. Wow, that's actually becoming faster and faster. So now I'm gonna clip these things back, and I'm gonna work on the front of my hair, and I'm gonna do this offline. I also wanted to show you the kind of like a last part, which is very important. And you know, through my life living with my hair, I learned that the parting, when you curl your hair or you do any kind of hairstyle, how you frame your face is actually very important. So for example, you know, if you have the parting in a kind of like a messy way, and then you just take any bits of hair and you do it in any way, it's just not gonna stay very nicely. So what you need to do is, before you curl your hair, okay, I'm just trying to get this, it doesn't have to be straight, but it has to, like, in my opinion, it has to have a structure. So the parting, it doesn't have to be, you know, like a lightening straight, but it has to, you know, you can do it like this, or like this. But if you're just gonna take your hair, well, to me personally, it doesn't work out very well, because then it's well, I get my hair falling not where I want them to fall. So important, before finishing off the parts around your face, make sure you have a parting where you want to have it, because if you're gonna do it, and if you're gonna curl your hair and you're gonna try to do it after, it's gonna be tricky. All right, so this is the last part, and I'm now releasing this. And I think while I was doing this, I realized why it's called beach waves, because it does look like you are kind of like a mermaidy type. Okay, so that's what we got. The last part says basically spray with a light or flexible hold hairspray, and kind of like brush it with your fingers. I'm just gonna do some firm hold, but just a little bit. I'm gonna show you how it looks from the back. Yeah, and that's what we got today for the hair. Now my accessory is this. So I'm just gonna put them my ears, because with the long hair, well, with any kind of hair, I really like earrings, so I like all type of earrings. That's one of the downsides of, like, you know, when you don't go to the office and you have all of this collection. But I think now I'll just figure it out. I'm just gonna use it on a daily basis to lighten up my mood and to feel pretty. Okay, so what do I score my mood today? Right now I'm feeling like it's actually lunchtime, and even though I had lunch, I feel pretty, well, I don't feel hungry, but I don't feel energetic, so I feel like I want to go to sleep. I say my mood right now is 7 out of 10. Yeah, I had a good conversation with a friend of mine, and you know, we were talking about like business again. You know, it's not the easy thing to do, and you know, like I've been doing this like mood diary, and now it's going to be another 100 day. I'm talking about my process, and on every day there's just like new challenges, new things, you know. So it's something that you really need to be committed if you want it to succeed. And I am, but oh my god, you know, the inspiration and the challenges and the things that you come along is so, it's like just so many of them, and it is sometimes like very up and sometimes it's very down. So I think the perseverance and also kind of like alignment and attunement as you go along is something that we need to have if we want to change something, right? Or to create something new. So I think that's what I'm learning. So I wish you to have a good, nice, restful, beachy day, beach wavy day. And if you have something that you want to achieve, know that sometimes even if the things seem to be kind of working out slowly or not working exactly this way where you hoped for, don't give up, because if you have a passion for it, there is a reason for it. And you know, maybe the way you do things is not the best way of doing it, and maybe you will be figuring it out as you go along. And if you do, share with me as well. So have a nice rest of the day. I will be doing that too. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.